The majority of respondents felt that advertising is beneficial and gives consumers reliable information to help them make purchasing decisions. Respondents also believed that advertising can lead to unnecessary purchases. Repetition in advertisements also leads to increases in purchasing behavior, according to respondents who identified Google and Facebook advertisements as the most influential in their own purchasing decisions. Some of the most important things that I learned about how consumers react to social media advertising as a result of this research is that many people are aware of advertisements, but ignore them whenever possible. The most influential dimension of social media is through interactions, whether between friends and family or with a brand or company directly. These direct interactions bring more positive attention to a brand or business when the conversation or situation is positive. However, the risk is that when there's a failure or communication breakdown, the potential damage is far greater than ever before in the history of marketing. In this presentation, I have discussed previous studies that examine social media's effects on consumers in an attempt to gather information on the effects social media advertising has on the purchasing decisions and attitudes of consumers. I've also talked about my chosen research method, the questionnaire survey, and detailed the data collection process. Next, I went over the data analysis and findings of my research, including the previous studies done on this important topic. Finally, I'll give concluding remarks about this research project and what next steps are necessary for continued research. One of my original theories as I began my research to answer the question, what effect does social media marketing have on consumer attitudes and decisions, was that the impact was significant. I believed that I'd be able to show that social media advertising helped companies grow sales, profits, and increase customer counts. Although there was a few pieces of information that suggested this, more work needs to be done to properly address this hypothesis. My research findings indicated the impact that social media has on interactions is positive when consumers feel positively about a brand and share their experience with others online, usually family and friends. Further research is needed to determine the relationship between social media advertising and the extent of the impact it has on the attitudes and purchasing decisions of consumers who see and respond to the advertisements. Because of the difficulty of this research, it'll be necessary to have more time to complete the needed research. Additionally, a more reliable method of collecting survey data should be used. The survey response rate was below 50% for this research project, well below expected standards. A more thorough evaluation of existing sources must also be conducted. This was difficult for this research project due to time constraints of the assignment. Face-to-face interviews would help in gathering information for further research as well, as it would be beneficial to have an interactive conversation with consumers in different demographic categories to strengthen the understanding of the impact of social media marketing. The practical application of the findings of this research project will help me in my professional career as a store manager of a retail grocery store. I chose this research topic because I felt that my company is not doing enough to solidify its online presence and promote our brand on social media. We have a small department dedicated to monitoring and posting replies on a few social media platforms, but I wonder if we should be doing more to increase our competitive advantage in some markets. In other markets, many of our competitors have a much more advanced and developed presence on social media and are adept at leveraging technology to reach more customers while furthering their brand identity. The findings of this research project suggest that our social media strategy is strong. It's not necessary to increase our presence on social media while increasing our budget on advertising on social networks because of the small return on investment this will clearly bring. It is important to continue to focus our efforts in interacting with customers in a positive manner on social networks and to attempt to lead conversations in a positive manner. This will allow, as this research has shown, the positive image of our brand to grow and expand while reaching new customers and increasing loyalty in current customers. Thank you for participating and watching my presentation on the effects of social media marketing.